Hello my loves, happy Tuesday, welcome to another weekly vlog. If you're new here, my name's Lottie. I vlog about my life and my journey as a sim parent and as a carer. And this week I am sharing some really quite exciting news with you guys. We have completed the chain of our house buying experience. So grab yourself a cuppa and join me back here in a moment. Let's have a chat. So we found our dream house and it had been on the market for a little while. It is, in our opinion, exactly what we wanted. It has a little bit of land with it, it's 4 bedrooms, it has got space to grow and space to fill because we are notorious for collecting things that fill spaces in this house. So the house is perfect and the land was great because we can kind of chase the lifestyle that we wanted. But as we found this and we put in our offer, we initially thought, great, it's ours, you know, it's been on for such a long time because it's literally been on the market since October last year. So when we came around to putting an offer in, we thought it would be a pretty clear cut and run thing, just put the offer in, it's ours essentially. But little did we know, about the same time as we had put an offer in, the seller also had another offer from somebody else. I don't think, and I don't know the ins and outs, but I believe it was a cash offer as well, but less than the asking price. So then the seller had to make the decision. Now, don't get me wrong, we are not laying the blame on anyone, because how difficult is that choice? Do you take a cash buyer who literally has no chain behind them, so the process should be as quick as humanly possible as far as house buying is concerned, or do you go for a family who have offered very close to asking price and you have met them, you've met their children, you have conversed with them and all the rest of it? So the wait to find out if we had got the house was absolutely torturous, but completely blameless. Like really, your mind goes to the point of I need someone to blame for this, and who do I talk to make this better, and how do we make this faster as a process? And there's literally nothing anyone could do. It's not a clear-cut decision for the seller. It certainly was a torturous wait for us. So on Friday last week we had a phone call with the estate agent the house is on the market with, and they said to us that the seller was going to choose which offer he was going to take over the weekend. Over the weekend. I'm just going to like highlight that little statement, over the weekend. So we got to Friday afternoon and I think it must have been about 2 o'clock, maybe 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock on the afternoon. The kids were still at school, it was the last day before summer started, and we were literally on tenterhooks. We're like, you can't do this to us, we're going to have to wait an entire weekend to find out whether we've got a house or not. And we're in the position that we've managed to sell our house and our chain is actually complete. So behind us the chain was complete, so our buyers have a first time buyer behind them, so there's only 4 of us in the chain essentially. So our seller, us, and our buyers, and then their buyers, and that's it. So it's quite a short chain. Everything else was in line and we were just waiting and waiting to find out whether we got this house. Now if we hadn't have got the house, we wouldn't have known what to do. We didn't want to move for any other house essentially. We wanted to move, but nothing was coming close and nothing comes close still to that property that we want. So after a few frantic phone calls between the estate agents and the seller and our estate agent too, who've been incredible, best support ever, thank you Yumu. But after a few frantic phone calls, we got the news that we finally got the house. We were chosen to be the buyers of the house that we wanted, so we were very, very excited. And apparently slightly emotional. After a few really frantic phone calls on Friday afternoon, we got the good news that the house was ours and our offer had been accepted. Now we have that in writing, so it made us feel a whole lot better, because this entire process has been quite stressful. I don't know if you guys have been selling and buying houses, but we've never sold a house before, so the fact that we've had to sell our house and prove that the chain is short and all the rest of it, basically just to have our offer accepted, it's been such a crazy journey so far, but we're very happy. And I will be showing you the house at the point when we get the keys. I'm not going to give anything away as far as what it looks like or where it is or like anything about it until we get there, so I can do the full proper tour. So it is probably going to be a little while before you guys get to see the house that we are actually buying, just because I am so unbelievably nervous, or we are very nervous, that anything can kind of go amiss between now and actually moving. Like literally things go wrong on the day of moving for people sometimes, and touch wood it doesn't happen to us, but we're very conscious that it could be the case where we lose that property, and I don't want it to be that case. We really don't want it to be that case, because we absolutely love this house, absolutely love it. And there's a few things on it that have come back on one of our surveys that we weren't expecting. So I don't believe the water is from how did they say it? It's like got its own spring basically, so the water comes from a private spring, so we're having to have the water tested, and we'd have to have a septic tank emptied. I think it's a bit of a communal tank though, because it serves a few of the properties in that particular area. We are not the only house on that little street in that little place. I think there's either 2 or 3 other houses that are very close or attached to the one that we're buying, which is mental to say how much land it's actually got, and it's not on its own. But not that we mind that in the slightest. We do want to have those neighbours. It would be quite nice to have like a little community down there and get to know people and all the rest of it. So we're very excited. There's still a long way to go. We have been told between 10 and 14 weeks for a move date, so we're going to see how that goes. But in the meantime, we've got to get on with clearing the house out and packing and all that good stuff, sorting schools out as well. That's going to be quite difficult because of the time of year that it is, because schools are closed. It's not like we can just nip in and have a look around a school and find the best one for them, and even if they've got spaces. So we are going to have to pick, I think we put 3 choices down on an application form for the schools, and just hope that one of the schools, hopefully the closest one, and hopefully the one that looks the nicest, which is the closest one geographically to the area, have got places for Delilah and Ewan. Yeah, so it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster between now and then, but I'm very pleased we seem to be moving in the right direction. It feels like such a positive step towards where we want to be and where we hope to go, so that's amazing. Sorry about that, forever interrupted. So yes, first day, second day, I don't even know, my brain is so mushy. We're only like 2 official days into the school holidays and my brain feels mushy already. Yesterday was the first day, I mean we had the weekend, but yesterday was the first day of some holidays for us. The kids ended up helping me with my caring work yesterday morning, which they will be doing every morning because they just come with me. I care for my grandma, so it's not, she loves to see them, so having them with me is not a problem in the slightest. She loves it. They run riot and get to just cause chaos in the best way possible, not in a naughty way, but just in the best way. So they came with me yesterday morning to do that, and then we headed out to the park with our new football and a little thing that I picked up from B&M, which is really quite cool. It's like it's a paraglider basically, so it's got 2 little sticks in it to make the wings span. There we go, words. And you basically fire it off a catapult, so you put it on an elastic, you pull the little man back, and then you just let it go and it soars across the field. And we had loads of fun with that yesterday morning until Delilah chased after the football on the only concrete part or the only tarmacked part in that part of the park, managed to fall into a slight dip and skin her knee, which was, it was awful, bless her. She's just so uncomfortable. Yeah, so we cleaned that up and we plastered her up, but she didn't feel like playing anymore, so we had to come home a little bit earlier than we thought we would. But that's what we did yesterday. What else did we do yesterday? Oh, I think they ended up playing Xbox in the afternoon. Today we have done our care work and got on with that this morning. The kids run round my grandma's garden and chased butterflies all morning, which was very wholesome and lovely, and they were just being curious, and it was so nice to see. We'd not taken any toys with us, and we just kind of I just kind of let them play in the garden, the rules being don't go off the driveway. So they were in and out of the house, and they were chasing butterflies and watching all the bees and the insects on the flowers, which were really nice. And they ended up collecting rocks and bringing them inside. So this summer holiday for us is all about low cost. A, because house moving is stupidly expensive, thank you stamp duty. And B, because I wholeheartedly believe that children do not need to be entertained the entire time. Now, please don't think that I'm just going to leave them to it. I will be joining in whatever activities they do. I will be taking them on the walks, and we will be going to the park, and we will be making stuff at home, and we'll be using craft things out of the cupboard and saving, recycling to do craft things with, making bubbles, all that kind of stuff. So we will do some really nice things, but I am not spending a fortune this summer holidays. We will be going on a couple of days out. So for example, next week we are heading up to Beamish, which I intend to film. That should be next week's vlog. And we're meeting some family up there, and we're going to have a lovely day there, and also stay at my mum's that night. So we'll have a sleepover, and then we'll check out the beach in the local park and stuff the day after. That's going to be really nice for him, and that's like a whole stay out night as well. So we will do that at next week. And then after that, I haven't got anything strictly planned, but I do plan to do a couple of days out here and there, maybe one every 2 weeks or something, because it's just stupidly expensive. And by the time you finish buying ice creams and sorting out picnics and sorting out the cost of getting into wherever you're going, you might as well remortgage your house. And at this moment in time, I don't want to be doing that. So it's going to be a low cost summer. So you'll have to join us for all the things we did. I am going to insert a little clip now of Delilah doing an advert. Delilah was chosen to do an advert for a company that I've worked with before, and it's basically advertisements for new toys or new products, and we were chosen to do something on that. So Delilah's made this little video. cute. It was, she really enjoyed doing it as well. She felt a bit silly doing the acting part of it, but I think she looks adorable, and we've had some really nice feedback on Instagram for it. So if you are on Instagram, don't forget to check us out. I think my Instagram handle is at Lottie Langhorn. So we are on Instagram. Say hi over there and give us a wave and let me know that you've seen it. Delilah will be very pleased to hear that people are watching the video. So yeah, she did that yesterday, and she had such a fun time doing the activity as well. So these little things, they're called style sticks. There we go, I'll get it in my brain. So these little things are called style sticks, and they're basically stickers that will stick to any fabric. They're quite durable, they're quite easy to put on as well. They look really cute. They're very cartoony little figures, and there's so many different ones to collect, and they're a bit like a blind bag, so when you're opening the bag you don't know what set you're going to get out of the series. I think they cost about $4.99 and they sell them at places like B&M, Smiths and Tesco's and Morrison's, but Delilah had a blast with them. Even you enjoyed doing it. We got him a t-shirt to decorate, so Delilah did, as you will see, her trainers, and Ewan got a plain white t-shirt to stick on what he wanted, and he decorated that t-shirt, and I have never seen a child so attached to a t-shirt as soon as he'd made it. He would not take it off. In fact, he begged to sleep in that t-shirt last night, so that was really rather cute. But yeah, we're having a good time so far, and I'm saying that and we're only 2 days in, but we are having a nice holiday so far, and I really hope you guys are. Anyway, this has been a very chatty vlog. I hope I've not gone on for too long, and I'm going to leave it here as simple because there were so many things that I needed to get out of my system and kind of like offload the fact that the house is in writing going to be ours. Again, things can happen and things might change. We're really hoping that they do, and we're really hoping that that is our house. But UK house moves are not easy, and they are not straightforward in the slightest. Any little thing could be going wrong at any time, right up until the point you get the keys. So we've got everything crossed, and please cross everything for us that that will go in a straight line and it will be dead easy and just simple from here on out. Yeah, so after all the house moving stuff, my head feels a little bit all over the place. I feel so hyperactive and want to kind of start doing all the things for the moving, but realistically we're going to be here for another 2 months at least, so we're talking mid-September to mid-October as a rough estimate of when we're actually going to move, and we are literally in July, so there is a lot of time. I want to do little bits here and there so it's not too overwhelming. You'll see in my last vlog that we did, or I started doing the loft clear out. We have a skip coming tomorrow, so I've got to get rid of a lot of rubbish. I've got stuff in the loft that needs to go. The garage needs a real good cutthroat clear out, and when I mean cutthroat I just mean everything needs throwing in that bin. Everything needs throwing in the skip, so there's a lot of rubbish to go out, and hopefully it will be a little bit clearer for when we have the removal company in. Currently waiting on removal company quotes to come back to us. We had a guy yesterday come out to give us a quote, and he said the quote will be back with us in about 48 hours, so maybe another day from now. So yeah, everything's kind of moving in the right direction, but it has left my brain hyperactive and mushy at the same time. So I feel like my head's going 1,000 miles an hour and my body cannot keep up. So tonight, after my edits, and after this has gone up online, which will be slightly later than usual, seeing as I'm still filming and it's probably about 6:30 now, once this is up online, I am going to give one of these masks a go. So these are the Biodance Bio Collagen Real Deep Mask, and you're supposed to leave them on for 3 to 4 hours. So I'm going to stop filming, put one of these on after I've taken my makeup off, and leave it on until I go to bed and see if it has a positive impact on my skin, because I am feeling very dry on my skin right now. I don't know if it's the weather, because it's been very warm and we have lacked any moisture. I moisturise twice a day and I cleanse my skin. I double cleanse at night and cleanse in the morning, so it's not anything different in my routine, but I always get a really dry nose, so my nose is ridiculously dry right now. I'm hoping this is going to help. Maybe it's just the stress of everything. I can deal with that. If it's only dry skin that's going to be an affliction from stress, I can deal with that, especially when I've got these things, if they work. So I'm going to give those a go tonight, and I am going to sit and have a bit of a binge watch of a series that I've been watching. I am late to the bandwagon with it. I have started watching the Mayfair Witches. I hope I'm saying the title in the right order. Witches Mayfair, Mayfair Witches, whichever one. I've started that and I am enjoying it. It's giving True Blood vibes though. So I don't know if anyone watched that back in the day. I'm talking years ago now, but it is ever so slightly cheesy in a few places, which is not what I expected from it, and it doesn't make it unenjoyable, but it's just not. After watching the first episode and the second episode, it's not what I was expecting in the slightest, but I am nevertheless enjoying it. If you have any recommendations for something to watch as far as like a series is concerned, please let me know in the comments below, because I am forever wanting a series to watch. I don't watch them very often, but if it's a good series and it's bingeable, then I'm definitely interested. I don't particularly have a favourite genre. I like dramas and period dramas and crime related ones, true crime, whatever, that kind of thing. But this is literally the first series that I've sat down and actually watched in so long, because I'm normally a YouTube girl. I normally sit and watch my favourite YouTubers than watch real telly, live telly. I don't do reality TV in the slightest. I don't watch soaps. Yeah, there's not much on the TV that interests me, to be fair, but if there is a very good series, I'm very much into binging it. So give me your binge-worthy series down below in the comments. That would be amazing. I'd love to hear what you guys are watching or what you think I should be watching this summer season. And on that note, after being interrupted twice already, I'm going to go downstairs and finish up with the kids for the evening and get this video edited so you guys can see it hopefully tonight, if I can get my butt in gear and do it quickly. I really need to get more organised. The last couple of weeks I have been hopeless with getting content out at the right time for myself, and it's a deadline that I set myself. But generally speaking, I like to have everything filmed and ready on a Monday, and then I edit Monday night, and then it's got 24 hours to sit, or roughly 20 hours to sit before it goes live the next day on the Tuesday. And for the last few weeks I have not done that, and I have run past my own deadlines, which is, I'm annoying myself with it really. So thank you for being patient and sticking around for my actual content. If you get anywhere in the video, don't forget to give it a like, and it helps so much if you subscribe as well. So please subscribe and don't miss out on any of the moving chaos. The next vlog that I do will be next week, and it will be our trip to Beamish, which is up in Northumberland, which we're very much looking forward to. So join you next week on Tuesday, hopefully at the correct time this time as well. And I will see you very soon. Have the best week, guys. I hope you're surviving the summer holidays, and I hope your brain is not as mushy as mine is right now. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.